Hello everyone. So today I just thought I'd do a video on seed pods. What they are, how long they take to grow, what to do with them, and then once they are mature and they've split open, then what to do with them and how you can store them, or if it's the right time of the year, you could sort of plant them straight away. But given the way the seed pods work and the weather, it probably is towards the end of the season when they're mature that you would be then wanting to put them away for safekeeping until the weather came again into like the warmer months or summer. So I'll sort of start from the beginning. Now with the seed pod, they form on your plant out of the flower. So once it's been pollinated, bees, butterflies, or you can do it yourself, you'll get like just a little sort of bean. You could get one or two sides that come out, and they just get bigger and bigger, and they're green to start off with, and they'll just grow and grow and grow, and then towards the end, probably 3 or 4 months, they take a while to grow, they'll get brown, and once they start turning brown up the very middle of them, they'll start to split. Now if you haven't got pipe cleaners and loosely wrapped it around it, some people use rubber bands, but they tend to disintegrate and then they're no good anyway. I personally like to use the fruit bags. So fruit bags, and in here you can see this is from last season. Obviously should have been put away, but I had so many that I just sort of chucked them in a pile, but now I'm using them as an example. So I will show you in a sec what I do with these once the seed pods are big enough to put them in, and I'll also show you what I do with them afterwards. So I've got some on a plant at the moment. Now what the bag does is has a couple of functions. So you tie the bags on, and normally if you've got two seed pods sort of coming out of the same, just undo this so you can see. So that is your seed pod there. And as you can see, this one is quite green, nowhere near ready. Not a bad size seed pod, looks like a bean, and on the other side is the other seed pod. So I pop the bag on the end like so, pull it up as far as I possibly can to the other one, pull that tight around it so that you really don't want bugs getting in particular that nasty milkweed bug, because the milkweed bug, which is a flying bug, it's red and black. As soon as you spot those ones, you want to kill them. Don't kill, you know, your ladybugs and stuff like that, but these milkweed bugs, they will land on your seed pod, they will sting your seed pod, inject your seed pod, and inside that will be like the larva, which will then proceed to eat every single one of your growing seeds. That will then disintegrate, go black, and fall off, so they're quite useless. So by putting these on rather than pipe cleaners or, you know, whatever else you want to tie them up with, you're hopefully preventing some of the bugs from getting in. So tie it on like so. That's the other side. Now they have a couple of uses. It'll protect it, but it's also, you know, nice. The rain can still get in, the air can still get in, so they're not going to go moldy whilst in here. Now as they grow and they mature and then they will split, the bag actually then catches your seeds, so you don't have to worry about coming out and watching, or coming out one day and your pod has burst open and the seeds are nowhere to be seen, because they come out and they're like a little bit fluffy on the ends, so they do float away. That's the whole idea of Mother Nature reproducing. So that's what it looks like when you put it on your plants, which is an awesome way to save your seed pods. Now when they are mature, 3 to 4 months, and you're wanting to take them off, so you've got your bag. Now the bag also has a really good use as well. So you can see down there that a lot of the seeds have already fallen down to the bottom of the bag. Now you don't need the husks, the outside parts. I'll just show you that's what happens. Splits open, and if you were just to leave these, and as I said, you will come out and they just would have floated away, because they've got this fluff. So the fluff is on the end and your seed is in the middle. So a lot of these have already come apart, and you can see that's the end bits there, and inside is your seeds. So this is the only part that you're interested in. That's your seeds. Now the ends are gone. Now with these bags, what I do is, it's quite easy. I mean, if you really want to save every single seed, you can do so, but I just do the top up because this stuff is itchy. I do the top up and you just give it a bit of a wriggle around, a bit of a tap. Most of your seeds are going to fall to the bottom, as you can see. You can put your hand in and give it a bit more of a wriggle. And as you see how the seeds, they'll all just give it a bit more wriggle. And unless you want, you know, every single seed out of here, or if you want to sit there and painstakingly pull off each end, you can do that as well. But, you know, and just roll that into a ball. Try not to get the end there. So you'll find, but having them in these bags, most of those seeds have gone to there. You just grab that out, chuck it in the bin. You can go through it if you want, but, you know, most of those just fluff. There's really not any seeds in there, so get rid of that. And as I said, that's pretty itchy stuff. So, and then just get rid of the remaining little bits. A couple of seeds have fallen out there. Okay, there's that. So out of that one side of a seed pod, you've got all these seeds. Now these seeds, as I said, are quite old and they have been dried. So I'm not worried about mildew, moisture or anything like that. But if you've got a seed pod that you've just harvested, it's open, you need to let it dry out for a few days to make sure that it's not wet. Because what I do then is I can't obviously plant them where the weather conditions aren't good or if it's turning into autumn and then winter. So I actually do them up, put them in some bags, and I put them in the fridge. That way I can store them. They're dormant. When it comes to spring, summer again and the conditions are good, I then take them out. I then rehydrate them in water with a bit of Manzacob, which is a fungicide, just to sort of prevent any, you know, problems or issues that I might have. When they're coming out, I soak them for about 4 to 6 hours just to rehydrate, get some moisture back in, give them a kick start. But for now, paper towel. So I have paper towel, put that down. You get your seeds, make sure you got all the ends off. Really easy with these bags. Tip them over, pop them out. Probably can't see what I'm actually doing down the bottom there. Bags are great because you can reuse them as well. So turn that down a little bit so you can see there. Yep, there we are. So that's the seeds there. I don't know how many there would be there. There'd be quite a few there, but as you can see, they actually look pretty healthy for sitting out in the open for the past year. They're quite hard. If you have seeds that are soft or brittle, you might as well chuck them out because they're going to be no good, but they look pretty good. So what I do there now is I just simply fold them up in the paper towel. I then get a Ziploc bag. So that's that there. I'll just, sorry, move that up again. So now these ones that I've got here are ones from last year. They've been in my fridge. I keep everything together in a separate fridge for the desert roses, but you can pop them in your own fridge. So I just put them in a container. Now I will label the front. So this is the Ziploc bags. Airtight. I've got the seeds in there in the paper towel. So on the front of there, I've just put that there's at least 240 because I'm not going to count them all. The date that I put them in there and a description of what the mother plant was when I put them in there. But as you know, doesn't mean that what the mother plant is what your seeds are going to be, because you don't know where the bees or the butterflies have come from that actually pollinated it for you. So you're not guaranteed, but it could be a very nice surprise. So they all go in the container in the fridge and you're done. You don't have to worry about them then, and it's quite a simple process, especially with those bags. So just a couple of tips for you. I also have videos on my featured section of what you do once you want to plant the seeds, so have a little look. But hopefully that will give the people who have got the seed pods forming just a little bit more information. That's just something that I do. Everybody's different, but I hope that it helps. Happy gardening, everyone.